My name is Melody. I study grasses. I came to Fraser Island to survey grasses around the area.
My name is Shannon. I'm a student at the University of Queensland. I came to Fraser Island to study the insects and the diversity that's here, as it's not very well studied.
Scientists and volunteers have come from across Australia to spend a week on Fraser Island off the coast of Hervey Bay in southern Queensland. It's the biggest sand island in the world. They're taking part in a scientific expedition documenting the flora and fauna that exists here.
Hi, I'm Toby. I'm from Brisbane and I'm here looking at bees because I'm obsessed with bees. I've been here a lot and I've never been able to completely look everywhere.
My name is Veronica. I'm from Brazil, but I live in Brisbane. Although I study migratory birds, I'm here to actually catch bees, helping the bee man.
Hello, I'm Jessica Lodge. The scientists taking part in this week-long event specialise in everything from fungi and grasses to insects and frogs. John Sinclair is from the Fraser Island Defenders Organisation. He's coordinating this bio-blitz.
Well, we've got people from Darwin to Ballarat, and they've got just an amazing array of expertise. We've got people who are multidisciplinary, who can identify all sorts of critters, from snakes and lizards to butterflies and ants, to some people who just specialise in soil ecology. So it's really a mixed bag of people we've got, and of course we've got a lot of locals, particularly from Hervey Bay and the Sunshine Coast, and they've all made a contribution. They've been running around in the bush and trying to sort out and identify as many different species as we can.
The goal of the week is to build on the database of plants and animals currently found on Fraser Island. The group is kept busy photographing, filming and documenting what they find, always hoping they'll find some new discoveries along the way. Dr. Tobias Smith is a bee researcher from Brisbane.
So people have worked here before, but we don't have comprehensive lists of the species that are here. So some of those might be just common species that haven't been recorded, others might be rare species, some might be new species. So for our bee component that we've been working on, we think we've found about 37 species. So we've been non-destructively sampling, so we've been gathering photos, we've been netting and taking video and photos of the species we get and then letting them go. And we think, give or take a few, because taxonomy can be difficult, about 37 species. So for Australia, we think there's about 2,000 native bee species. Here, a good estimate for the island might be about 150 species, but it's just an estimate. So the 37 species that we've got this time will add to a growing list, and down the track when we do monthly surveys or more frequent surveys, we might see more species. I get very excited about bees and the opportunity to dedicate a week just looking for bee species. We're not doing this as part of a larger experimental design that has various constraints on it. We're just looking for more and more species. And so going from one tree to another, just looking for bees, that's exciting. Will I find new species that other people haven't? There's a good chance. What we find typically, a survey like this done in Australia, in almost any place, out of every 50 or so species, there's often one or two new ones.
And a couple of scientists believe they have documented some firsts for Fraser Island. Patrick Leonard is an expert in mycology. That's the study of fungi. A swim in a creek has revealed an exciting find.
So yesterday we went for a swim in the swimming hole just outside Dilly Village, and there was this pandanus tree. It had died and the log had fallen into the swimming hole. And we swam up there and it was a lovely, cool experience. And we were resting on the log, and I spotted a fungus. And Sandra, who's another mycologist who was with me, put her hand on the pandanus and found another one. We were able to identify it. It had only been found once before in Queensland, up in Cunningham's Gap, which is a bit weird. We can't understand why it should be here in Fraser Island and up in Cunningham's Gap on something else. But it may just be, because it's small, that no one's found it before. We don't really know. We can't say it's rare. All we can say is first time it's ever been found on Fraser Island, and only second time it's been found in Queensland.
While it may take months for this BioBlitz data to be collated and studied, researchers believe they've only touched the tip of the iceberg and future expeditions are in the pipeline.
My name's Stephanie. I'm from Ballarat in Victoria. I've always wanted to come to Fraser Island, but I guess never really as a one-day tourist type of opportunity. But so the BioBlitz has been great because it's allowed us to explore the island and really get to know the plants and the wildlife here. It's been fantastic.
Hey, I'm Greg Hunt. I've come up from Victoria for this. It's pretty spectacular. Haven't been to the Fraser Island before. Spectacular. No idea of a whole bunch of people finding out exactly what is somewhere. A good place to start. Find out what you've got already.
I'm Greg Horrocks. I think the appeal of coming up here was because I've never been to Fraser Island and I've not done any bird or ant work in Queensland, and it's been an absolute hoot being up here. I'll be back next year.
Greg Horrocks there, one of the scientists taking part in that BioBlitz on Fraser Island off the coast of southern Queensland, and Jessica Lodge reporting there.